Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain, and Bouch is here, and he brought some beer. You found this Nitro fucking variety pack from Left Hand Brewing?
Yep.
4 different styles?
I found that at Stompers there about 2 months ago.
Nice. And it says 8-can mixer, which was kind of messing with me because this is the same general size and shape as a 12-pack, but there's actually 8 16-ouncers in here, so 2 of each. I was like, I'll put 2 of each in the fridge. We'll save the last 4. You can take them home with you. And like, oh no, I guess you're not going to do that because we're going to drink all 4 tonight for you and review them. Now, I didn't realize Left Hand Brewing, I think I've come across this before, and it just skips my mind, but they are actually an employee-owned company, so that's a great thing. They say it's good to go from the can, like a pro in a glass. We always do these in, almost always do these in glasses.
Depending on what it is.
Exactly. But what they've got in here is, like I said, 4 varieties, 2 cans each, 16 ounces, all nitro. They've got a Milk Stout, Flamingo Dreams Nitro, which is a berry blonde ale.
Yep.
Galactic Cowboy Nitro, which is an Imperial Stout. And then...
That will be good.
Absolutely. A seasonal beer, which is Gettin Tiki with it Nitro, which is a Pina Colada wheat. So what I figured is we'll line it up. We'll do the Pina Colada wheat, since it's a wheat beer first. We'll do the berry blonde next, and then a Milk Stout, and finish it off with the Imperial Stout.
Sounds good to me.
The only 2 I'm really wondering about are those first 2, but looking at the can on the Gettin Tea with it Nitro, it's a wheat ale brewed with coconut and pineapple added. Contains lactose, but where was it?
Lactose?
Yeah, it's a way to punch up the beer
coconut
from time to time, probably. There it is. It's a 7.5% ABV, but it's only 15 IBUs, so I don't think we're worrying about any of these.
As far as the bitterness.
Exactly. I don't think we're worried about any of them being too hoppy.
Now,
what's it going to sound like? Oh, I bet I made the face. You probably made a face too.
Face.
Oh my god.
No, I was just smiling.
I love that sound.
I was smiling at your face.
Oh, man. So many more nitros in cans and bottles these days than there used to be.
Yep.
I love that.
And we know what nitro actually does. It makes it smoother, creamier.
I mean, just look at that. That is a light. Wow, that is
light, but you know what?
Very bubbly.
Actually, it's pretty clear. It's not like the other one we just had.
It
has that color, but not quite.
It is a very light. It's slightly orange. It's mostly yellow where the light's really getting through to it, but it does go up to an orange. And there's a lot of bubbles. It's a little hazy. It's a little hazy, but there's lots of bubbles. And look at that creamy, smooth-looking head on that beer. Oh, man. It's just those smaller bubbles that make that creamier texture.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Almost has a head like Guinness does.
Almost. Lighter color.
Yeah.
Guinness has definitely got a gray head.
But look at it stick on the glass.
Those bubbles tend to stick around. I love that. Oh, nitro is awesome. Get some of the pineapple.
I got the pineapple, a little bit of coconut. Got a little. You can get the coconut on the back end. I really don't care for the taste of coconut though. That's the only problem.
There's it's slightly there, but
it's there.
But
the
wheat.
Yeah, definitely getting the wheat. I think actually that's gonna fare pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for a Pina Colada, but I'll take a good solid beer any day. And a beer that tries to taste like a Pina Colada, well,
we'll see.
Absolutely. Yeah, but it definitely has the right aroma to match the flavor profile we're expecting. So.
Yep. Well, let's see what the flavor is.
It's awfully light for a nitro, light mouthfeel, like a medium light.
Wow,
but
that's actually quite refreshing.
It's smooth and silky, but
yeah,
cool and crisp at the same time.
I'm wondering if the Nitro is kind of mellowing out the hops.
Well, it's only 15 IBU, and they didn't
Right.
say much about hops on the label, so I would guess
Right.
that there's not.
There's probably not that much
Yeah.
for hops, but you can tell that they're there a little bit, though.
There is some bitterness up front, that although it blends really well with that the slightly bitter graininess of a wheat beer. But yeah, that is definitely smooth and silky and very light.
Very light. That is actually a very good flavor.
Mm-hmm. I mean, overall, I'm getting a general wheaty beeriness.
Yep. Getting the wheat flavor, we are definitely getting that pina colada flavor.
Yeah, the pineapple
But
and the coconut are coming through. But
you're
they're
getting the
blending
pineapple.
really well.
I'm getting more of the pineapple than the coconut,
Mm.
which actually I
That's
love
fine by
because
you, I'm sure.
I can't stand the taste of coconut.
It's kind of coming through in the finish more than anything.
Yes. A little bit. And I mean, I like pina coladas actually, but you don't get a lot of the flavor. It
You need
tastes
two,
a lot
one
like
for
them.
each
But
hand.
yeah. 2 pina coladas.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to edit out the singing. No, it's alright. I sing on camera sometimes and I leave it in. It's awful.
That's why you leave it in.
Yeah.
So that way you get a good belly laugh.
But yeah, like you're saying, it is reminiscent of a pina colada,
Right.
the drink, but it not, only because you're associating those flavors. It's not like in your face with pineapple, coconut, and sweetness, and
Right, it's not in your face like a drink would be.
yeah,
And
like Malibu, which is
Right.
basically you're drinking suntan lotion.
but no, that's actually pretty good.
It is really nice. It's really well put together.
Yes, it is. I wonder how that would taste with a little bit of Parrot Bay.
Maybe another time.
No, we won't try
Not
that.
tonight. We got 3
Well,
more
we don't
beers
have
in this
any more.
pack to get through.
We don't have any more cans of this anyway.
No.
And I haven't seen it anywhere else. Except for I haven't seen any of these anywhere,
Anywhere
except
else.
for the Milk Stout. The Milk Stout you do see.
Yeah. This one's seasonal, so it probably
Right.
won't be popping up unless they did can it individually, which they probably did, but not around here.
Right.
We tend to get variety packs
Well,
from
actually-
some of the outlier distributed,
Where is
less
left hand?
distributed beers. Brewed and bottled in. Oh, for crying out loud! I was looking. The Lifting Brewing, Longmont, Colorado.
Colorado, wow.
Yeah.
I thought, yes, that's right. I had read that before.
So, but yeah, sometimes we'll get the variety packs from the less widely distributed beers
Right.
up here, but we won't get their regular stuff, which is fine. It gives us a chance to try more, but I'd still like
Right.
to see more from these guys. But anyway, I'm hitting this with a 4 out of 5.
I think I'll hit it with that too, because it's not really hitting you in the face, but there's a subtle hint to it.
Mostly
And-
impressed by it. I would have hit it with a 3.5, but the Nitro's given it some extra points because I'm loving that silky, smooth, and light texture to
Right.
it. I mean,
Yep.
that's part of the
That's very good.
experience. So, it's
Yep.
a good start to this pack.
Yeah, we'll see what the other ones bring.
Yeah, well, minute. We will finish these up and move on to the Flamingo Dreams Nitro. What is it? Berry blonde? Berry
Yeah,
blonde.
berry something.
I think I was trying to process. I was looking at the beer and I was trying to process, finish up, and move on at the same time as I was trying to remember
Yes.
the beer. Ah, God, that was a mess. Anyway, one more flub to leave in. Flamingo Dreams is next. All right, so we're back with the next beer, and here, have some garlic. I made garlic again this year, and Bouch loves garlic, so I'm giving him some.
Yeah, I don't mind garlic. It's all right.
In the meantime,
It's a pain in the ass to actually use, but
yes,
sometimes.
but it's so good.
Oh yes.
We did go ahead, and by the way, don't do this. I'm risking life and limb so that you don't have to. This is very, very sharp, jagged, and dangerous. I did cut one of these open, and we found the Nitro widget. It's pretty similar to most of the widgets
Yep.
we've seen in other cans, but this one did look a bit taller.
Looks a little taller, a little bit wider.
Yeah, so there might be a bigger charge of nitrous packed into there.
Yeah.
So just a little insight there, like I said, so that you don't have to. But we are doing the Flamingo Dreams Nitro is the next one. And as I was looking at the cans, I realized I went with the wheat beer first and the strawberry blonde second, or berry blonde, sorry. I probably should have done this one first.
Yeah.
Wheat versus a blonde. The beer character itself is going to be probably
Different.
a little heavier.
Yeah.
But the IBUs,
We're a little bit lower on this one.
Yeah, this comes in at only 11 versus the Tiki whatever.
Yeah, the Tiki one was
Gettin Tiki with
was
it.
15.
Was 15.
Which really,
Yeah.
it's not really that much of a difference as far as that goes.
Yeah, until you get up into like the 40s and 50s, you're not going to notice a huge difference. But just for the sake of purism, I probably should have placed the berry blonde first. Same time? 3, 2.
Ow.
Tried to do it at the same time. But
I know,
Bouch,
but I was...
Bouch went with a premature evacuation anyway.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Oh,
You're used to it.
it's pink. I'm used to you having a premature evacuation.
You mean when I fart?
That's just, there's nothing premature about that. We don't want it to happen anyway, so that is
I don't always fart in Burger King, but when I do, it's a Whopper.
and everybody else leaves. But it's, it's Burger King, so it's hard to tell what made them sick, your fart or the food, so. That.
Well, it depends on if you get the
Whopperito?
No, that plant-based one.
Oh, God, the
I can't think of
Impossible
the
Whopper.
Impossible Whopper.
Yeah, made with mushrooms, I think, is 90% of the biomass in that thing. But that,
We digress.
yes, is a lovely, lovely pink color that fades to a bit of a maroon up here.
A maroon. Maroon.
I like that. It's also hazy. I'm not seeing as many bubbles as I did with the last one.
No. But no, actually, you're getting it in the head. The head's actually pretty thick on this one.
Yeah, but there is a lot of haze to that. I mean, it's definitely got berry in it. And I'm guessing they used puree because that's red.
Yeah.
But still, a lovely looking beer.
Yeah, it looks good, smells good too. You can smell the berry.
Yes, you can. Just looking at.
I'm wondering what they use though. If it was like a blend of different berries or what, but
Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, hops, raspberries, black currants, and yeast. So they used raspberries and black currants. They're not talking about a puree, so it must have been straight up fruit. Nice.
not bad.
There's an undertone to the aroma that makes me think it might be a little bit sour.
Yes, it actually has that kind of flavor.
I mean, the raspberries do have a bit of a sourness
kind of
to
hint.
them, and then a hint of
I think
bitterness.
actually the currants actually has the sourness to it.
Yeah, and there's also a bit of a bitterness that comes through in the berry as well, but not a bad thing.
Actually, it smells pretty damn good.
It is. It's almost like a scented candle for men.
Yeah.
A little heavier than the last one, but not by much. That's still like a medium light to medium mouthfeel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's got that lovely, silky, smooth nitro texture.
Yes. Very good. And it has that, definitely has that berry flavor too. It's really very good flavor.
I'm definitely getting distinct raspberry. I'm getting hints of black currants. The black currant more in the finish and slightly in the aftertaste because it has that odd
that little
flavor.
bit of a sourness to it.
Yeah. But up front, it's all raspberry.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any hints of any beeriness. I mean,
No,
it's
we're
all...
not getting the maltiness that you would kind of think, but this is, I actually do believe it was more of a sour than it was an actual blonde.
Yeah, a fruit-based sour.
It
flavor.
really is, actually, and it's, I would actually give this a 5.
Really?
Because
Right
it has
up the gate.
that, it has the flavor that we're looking for. Plus it makes it a lot smoother with the nitro in it.
Oh.
That's giving me the points.
I mean,
it's
look
giving
at-
it the points.
The way those bubbles are clinging to the glass. I mean, that's even got a more staying power than the last one.
Yeah. That is very good.
It's very solidly put together. I don't think I'm quite ready to bump it up to a 5 category. I'm definitely sitting at a 4. I think I can see my way to a 4.5 on this one. Because the overall experience is great. It's more like a light fruit punch than it is a beer in terms of flavor.
And well, the thing is, you're not getting any of on any of these. You're not getting any of the alcohol flavor.
No.
I mean, you're not getting that as far as that goes. And this is supposed to be a
4.7.
Yeah, it's 4.7. So
I mean, the Milk Stout Nitro will probably have a bit at 6%. Maybe not though, where it's a stout and a nitro. The only one I'm thinking about is the Galactic, where it's a 9%.
9%.
But it's also a stout and a nitro, so that texture and the stout heavy graininess might cover it up. When you get into the double digits, that's when you start getting the booziness for me.
Yes.
And some breweries are doing a great job of even covering up
some of the booziness too.
even up to a 15%. I've had some that are so smooth that you don't even notice it.
Yep.
But yeah, there's no hint of alcohol in this at all. It's definitely there, but you don't taste it.
We'll find out later as to how much it was.
Yeah, 4.7%. So not too bad, honestly.
No, actually, it's a very good beer.
So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for me, 5 from you. That's another.
This would actually be good without the nitro, I think.
Yeah, I can see my way towards liking this without the nitro, just as a flat out beer.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. Don't take it off the nitro because the texture just makes it that much better.
Yes.
But if we suddenly experience a lack of availability of nitro due to the pandemic, the can-demic at this point, because you can't find much in cans, it's all bottles.
Yeah.
The fucking can-demic. Oh God.
Although a lot
Trademark
of our local breweries are putting out a lot in cans right now, even right now.
Yes, and I'm glad that they are still producing because there are businesses all over the state that are
not
permanently closing. But so far, I haven't seen any of the breweries that are on my radar
actually close
down, which is great.
Yeah,
because Maine has some of the best breweries out there. You should come visit us and check them out. Spend your tourist dollars and then leave.
Between Vermont, Vermont and Maine, we have more breweries per capita than any other state.
See, I knew Maine was growing faster than a lot of states, but I didn't realize that.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Nice. It's fine by me. If we return to the olden days of every town having its own fucking brewery, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I want to be one of them. But, pipe dreams and all. Anyway.
Hey, who knows? It might happen.
Who knows? I got to learn to brew first with grain, not concentrate. Anyway, this is definitely a solid beer. We're going to finish this one up.
Yes, it is. We'll finish this one up and then go to the next.
The Milk Stout, which is a more traditional nitro beer. All right, so we are up to what I mentioned before is, a traditional nitro, a stout.
Yep. Stout. Milk Stout.
Yeah. Now, that's not to say that we haven't seen some other beers on nitro that work really well. I mean, the first 2 beers in this pack as examples, lighter beers that you don't typically think of as being on a nitro.
Right.
It does work great to change the character of it.
Yep.
I mean, some breweries will actually have a rotating nitro tap. They'll take one of their regular brews
and put it on.
Yeah. And put it on the nitro just to see how it does.
Yep.
I mean, why not?
Well, that's kind of why I'd like to see Sam Adams do a Oktoberfest Nitro.
I bet it would be decent because their Oktoberfest has got some heaviness to it. It's got a lot of A lot of character. And we saw it in the Nitro project. The IPA that they put on the Nitro was pretty damn good.
Yep.
So...
That whole thing was good, actually.
Yeah. Who did the other IPA that had the Nitro? We did a head-to-head video between the two of them at one point, too.
I don't remember.
But it was another good IPA on the Nitro. It was a Guinness IPA, I think.
Was it?
Maybe.
It might have been. Actually, yes, it was the Guinness.
Okay. So, yeah.
All right, now let's... Wait a minute. Let me actually get my finger. There we go.
3, 2, 1. All right. In stereo, folks. Sounds even better, I bet.
I can smell that from here.
It's like chocolate milk. Oh, there's the darkness. But as it's pouring at first, it was really nice and like this light brown, like a chocolate milk, but you could see the darkness of the beer in there. There's tons of bubbles in that. That's why. Look at that. Then they're slowly resting. I got to get this before I start reading the can. I got to get this on the light because look at that. That is.
That's almost like a Guinness.
Beautiful. Look at the waves of the bubbles cascading down from the head right there. Oh my God. That is amazing. It is like the world's sexiest lava lamp. And then there's like this wall of bubbles rising to meet it from below. I mean, that's fucking beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful stout. Midnight black, obviously. Yep. Great head on it.
Okay, so...
A nice brown colored head.
I actually just noticed on the can here.
Yep.
And the ones that we just had, these are 16-ounce cans, supposedly.
Yeah.
Right? But it is actually 13.65 fluid ounces.
I was looking at that earlier, but I couldn't find it because I noticed it wasn't filling this glass up like a regular 16-ounce would.
Right.
So I wasn't going to say anything about it. Where'd you find that? Is it?
No, it's right there by the
barcode.
Barcode.
Oh. Huh. Okay, so yeah, they look like 16-ounce cans, but they're 13.65. I wonder if the Nitro widget makes a difference there.
Yes, it does, actually.
Yeah, because this is definitely a 16-ounce can. So maybe they just fill it a little less to make up for that. But anyway, 6% ABV and 25 IBU, so this should actually be slightly more bitter and hoppy than the other two.
From our hand to yours.
Nice. And like you said, the Nitro Milk Stout, you can get that from Left Hand pretty much anywhere. That's the one we've seen a lot of.
Super smooth with soft roastiness and mocha notes.
That's super smooth.
6%. Oh, this one's 25 IBUs.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to have some slightly more bitterness and hoppiness, possibly hoppy bitterness, than the other beers.
Yep. Looks and smells.
God.
Good.
I'm almost getting hazelnut off of it.
Yes, it is. I can get that too. I can smell that from here.
I mean, definitely roasty mocha notes, but almost a hazelnut undertone to
Yep,
it.
there is.
Maybe even a hint of caramel. Are you getting some sweetness?
Almost like a salted caramel, just a little bit.
But there's definitely a roasted sweetness to it.
Yes.
I almost dipped my nose in the bubbles. That was one cute. Fucking screwed off the drunk nosed reindeer. I don't know.
That's a good one.
I'll have to try and remember it. I'm not drunk enough that I should forget, so.
I'll remind you.
Good. Yeah, that is a delicious smelling beer. And the beauty of it, especially watching the way that the bubbles cascaded down and up at, oh my God.
It is like a Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Guinness ones do that too. Especially when you get it right from the tap.
On tap, you'd find yourself a bartender that can draw the shamrock on the top, though.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think we've had
Oh, okay, there we go.
the left-hand Milk Stout before. But that is, again...
Well, have they ever been at any of the brewfests we've been at?
I think they have. But this particular variety, you mentioned you've seen it in the stores plenty. I'm sure we've bought it at least once. I know I have.
We might have.
But that is so silky smooth. And it's actually got a bit of a medium mouthfeel. It's got a lighter mouthfeel than I would have expected based on what I'm seeing.
You definitely get the mocha from it.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get some of the, what was the other flavor? It's a
roastiness.
That roasty, yeah.
Malt.
You maybe a little, like you said, a little bit of hazelnut in the background.
Yeah, and there's something sweet about it that's coming through too. But I mean, mostly mocha and roasted.
Mocha.
No,
yeah.
It's like from the roasted. I mean, the roasted chocolate malt's going to have that burnt flavor to it.
Midnight stout type flavor.
Yeah, and I hesitate to use the word burnt because it sounds bad, but in this case, this is what you want.
Yeah,
it's burnt in a good way.
No, it's actually just before it burns.
Yeah, it's roasted.
I mean, it's like it's at that point, when you're cooking bacon, you get it so that it's crispy, but not
too
burnt.
crispy.
There's a fine line. Once you get it crispy, you got to take it right out.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be rubbery.
Otherwise it's going to be burnt. You're going to have that burnt flavor instead of actually a bacon flavor.
That's why you should always cook bacon in the oven.
Yep.
Not on the stovetop or griddle.
Yep.
Oven
Actually, you know what I found?
Makes it easier.
You know what I found? Microwave.
Heathen. You heathen scum. You do not microwave bacon unless it's pre-cooked bacon. No, I'm kidding.
No.
My wife does.
Actually, microwave,
it comes out pretty good.
It comes out, and well, you get that nice, it's nice and flat, it's not wrinkled, but still,
Yeah.
If you think about it, we always cook it in the electric fry pan, it's not on the stovetop, but it's still right there. And
one thing I learned from working in a restaurant in high school is that there's nothing like oven cooked bacon.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this: we cook with propane here, and propane gas fired oven bacon. It's magical. Anyway, we're not talking about bacon.
The only thing is when you're trying to cook 3 pounds at a time in the oven.
The rest of us don't cook 3 pounds at a time, you fat motherfucker. 1 pound of bacon is enough for a family of 3.
Actually, we cook 2 pounds usually.
Nice cover.
But no, actually, when we do our Christmas brunch,
when you got
we cook like 5. We cook like 10 pounds.
Jesus fucking Christ! The Bouchard's cooking for our family. I've been to these things. I know. Holy shit!
Well, that's my mother.
It was like you need a full-on production kitchen running, or your size kitchen running for 3 days straight.
Pretty much.
Feed these guys. The buffet line comes through. It's like rush hour at the
Bouchard and the Puyots.
But they're all good people, so
yes,
they're worth feeding. Anyway, we got a little sidetracked. The beer is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is. This beer is very good. You got that. You know what it kind of reminds me of is the Hershey's mocha.
There is some chocolatey note to it that I can see.
Just a little, just that little bit of chocolate. There's a little bit of coffee, and then you mix that together, and you got mocha.
Right? Oh yeah, that's where it
supposedly.
I mean, and the chocolate in this is probably coming from a chocolate malt, which again is roasted to the point where it produces cocoa flavors versus actual chocolate in the beer.
I mean, not like 7 Tiers.
God,
chocolate.
3X chocolate.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. Let's not get sidetracked again.
Yeah. But that's all right. Go to that video.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, the Milk Stout Nitro from Left Hand is pretty damn good. I think like I said, I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I don't know if I've actually done a video rating it, but I'm dropping a 5 on this motherfucker.
Yep, me too. If we could if we could do more than 5, let's do that.
Let's not get too complicated. I don't even do the quarter star ratings. Anyway, the halves.
That's a very good.
But
Very good beer.
That's just a
And really,
stout.
really, the nitro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The entire experience of this beer, from the look of it to the smell of it to the taste of it to the whole experience, and then the nitro just adds that layer of texture onto it.
Yep.
And this is a perfect fucking beer for me. That's why I'm hitting it with the 5.
Yep, me too.
Awesome.
Very good. Very good.
So without further digression, we're going to go ahead and finish these up, and we're going to move on to the Galactic Cowboy Nitro Imperial Stout. See how that stacks up. So yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. We are up to Galactic Cowboy Nitro. This is the 4th one in the Left Hand Brewing Company's
Nitro pack.
So, it's an Imperial Stout. Comes in at 9% ABV, 44 IBUs, so we're up to a higher bitterness than the others.
Yes.
And
usually for an Imperial Stout, it doesn't really have a high IBU. Yeah. Usually, does it?
No, not typically.
We know it has a high ABV, but
3,
2, 1.
Not bad. But yeah, most stouts don't come in with the higher IBUs, but
Imperials.
Because they don't tend to be bitter or hoppy.
Ooh, look at that.
That's darker than the last one. I think I got to get this under the light real quick because I think it's going to do the same thing with those cascading bubbles that the last one did, though. And I think it is. Look at that. Oh, just throwing the light across the table trying to do this. Look at that. Look at that. Like I said, that is such a beautiful effect. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but if you watch those waves of bubbles just cascading down from the top and then that slow wall of bubbles rising to meet it from the bottom, that is just a beautiful effect. I'm loving it, mesmerized by it, and it's over.
Julian. Bubbles.
Different kind of bubbles there, buddy. Look at the fucking head on that beer. Yours is still going.
I know.
Did you pour it slower than me? Or?
No, I actually went faster than you, I think, probably.
No, that might be why, because it sank everything. But man, that is a beautiful effect.
Yeah. Nice head.
It is. Otherwise, I mean...
And this is pretty dark, too, just like the other one.
It's settled. I mean, it's darker than the last one. There was...
It almost smells the same, though.
Nice. There was, no light getting through there. But that does have that big, thick, smooth, creamy, dark brown head. Yeah.
Well, like I said before, almost like... Really, that looks more like the Sea Dog's Midnight Stout.
Midnight Stout's pretty solid, yeah.
Which actually is a very good beer.
It'd be nice if they put it on a nitro.
Yes. Oh boy, that would be great. That would be my most favorite beer if they put it on a nitro.
It's one of those ones where every time I go to the brewery, if we're there for the more than 1 or 2 beers, I always get at least one because it's something you've got to get. I'll usually rifle through their new beers. Mm-hmm. Stuff I haven't had yet at the Sea Dog, and then I'll get a Midnight Stout. Just another little aside about one of our other local breweries.
Stomping grounds. Mm-hmm. Really, you don't see any Sea Dog out anywhere. You actually got to go to the pub.
Yeah, their seasonals will hit the shelves around here, but I don't think they see wider distribution.
Well, actually, I don't see any real Sea Dogs. You see
Sunfish and Blueberry Paw.
You see usually Shipyard, which they're owned by the same
affiliated, But no, Sunfish and Blueberry Paw are the 2 Sea Dog brews I see seasonally on the shelves around here. But other than that, not a lot.
Right, nothing actually on a regular basis.
Mm. But no, I see what you're saying. That has got that nice roasty, slightly sweet.
Yeah, it's actually it's a little bit different than the last one. They had the Milk Stout. The Milk Stout.
Some of the aromas are a little more subtle,
Yes.
but at the same time, it's the same combination. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, what really makes it an Imperial Stout different than a regular stout?
It boils down to the alcohol content.
Okay. So how do they get it? I mean, if it's the same thing, basically...
Imperial yeast.
Okay.
More efficient strains of yeast that poop out more booze than the others. At least you know what, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, the email link, but that is my very basic understanding of the overall concept of an Imperial.
Okay. Really, it smells good.
And it looks way more... I mean, we talked about the Milk Stout and how well it's clinging to the glass. I mean, look at that shit. That's like half the head left behind. Anyway,
yep.
It looks
amazing. Very, very good. And I bet you it's going to taste amazing.
No booziness, which again at a 9% ABV, the lack of booziness is a compliment.
Actually, on this one, I'm getting just a little hint of it.
Hint in the finish?
Yes.
But the bitterness of the roasted malt seems to cover it up to a certain extent.
Yes, it does. Because I'm actually, with the bitterness, I'm getting more of a black coffee mocha type flavor than say what the Milk Stout actually gave us.
They specifically mentioned hops in the
right, and I'm getting a little bit of that too. I'm getting a little bit more of the hops on this, not very much, but I'm also getting that the bitterness of the malt.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm getting a more overall bitter flavor to this than I was from the last one. And it does seem to be a combination of the malt character, and there is some hoppy bitterness there that's blending with it as well. At 44 IBUs, it's going to have some hoppy bitterness.
Yep. And really, that actually is a very good beer as well. Mm-hmm. I think I might hit this with a 5, too.
I don't think I'm quite there with you. I think I'm at a 4.5. Mostly because I'm getting similar flavors to what I was getting with the Milk Stout. But it's not as perfectly blended.
Well, it kind of does. For me, it is kind of evolving on the palate a little bit. Even right now, I'm getting still a little bit more of the coffee. It's more of a coffee flavor than, like say you add a little when you actually make your favorite coffee, and you take and you add the cream or the milk into it. It kind of definitely changes the flavor profile, and it makes it less bitter. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a little bit more bitterness from it than I was with the Milk Stout.
So this is like your black cup of coffee versus coffee with creamer and sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
In actuality, you got also more mocha flavor with that other one than you do with this.
I think that's what's keeping me from hitting it with the 5 personally, because I'm getting the similar flavors that I was to the Milk Stout.
Yes.
But they're more subtle, and then there is that slight hint of booziness from the Imperial in the finish, and that's I've had similar tasting Imperial stouts that were better able to cover up the booziness than this, even at 11 and 12% ABV. So that's what's giving it like that, losing it that half a point.
But also, I think the Nitro is kicking it up as well.
Oh, hell yeah. The Nitro is definitely giving it some extra points. I love the creaminess and the texture of the Nitro. We've talked about that throughout this whole series of cans.
Yes. And not just this, too, the other Nitro that we've had, too. Overall, it's really a good beer.
It's a well put together Imperial Stout, and I would not regret drinking it again and again and again and again.
Yep.
So
really, I mean, this is the last one on the pack. Yeah. What do you actually think about the pack?
I'm fucking sad it's over. I mean, seriously. Like I said,
Okay.
we got two
Okay.
really good solid stouts. We've got a couple of beers that you wouldn't typically think of adding the nitro charge
Right.
to, and it worked out great for both of them.
Yep.
Bottom line is, I got to drink all four of these for free because you brought it over. Thank
Well,
you.
true.
A
Yeah.
huge thanks to you for that, because these were all solid beers. I don't think a single one of them was below a 4 for me.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the lowest one was a
It
4,
was a 4,
and that's it.
And you
And
rated them very highly as well.
The last
so
3 for me have been 5. So, and
whole pack.
just because of the flavors really stand out, and I also believe that nitro enhances those flavors.
See, I'm more about the texture of the nitro. Yeah, maybe because you're getting more bubbles, smaller bubbles.
Yes.
It's putting more of the there's more surface contact with the taste buds on your tongue. Could be an argument for enhancing the flavors. I can see where you're going with that scientifically versus just Bouch
We're not
logic.
going to be scientific.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, scientifically versus Bouch logic. I can see where you're going with that, and I bet there is an argument to be made for it. But overall, it doesn't matter.
No, overall,
Beer taste is subjective, and this
right
subjectively, from the two of us, is a solid.
is a
pack.
very good friggin' variety pack.
Yes. But that's just two opinions on the whole thing.
Right, and we welcome everybody else's.
Exactly. Hit us up down in the comments, the email link. Love to hear from you guys what you think about these beers individually or as a combination pack.
Yep.
While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you got some suggestions for stuff you want to see us try, we'll try and do what we can. Especially
one
right
of the
now,
one of the
limited
other things I don't know
availability.
when the last time we actually mentioned it is if you have your own home brew, you have a friend that has one, try and contact this man right here.
It's the same place.
And
Comments
actually, I've been on Facebook more, so you contact me through Facebook or contact him through his email
you can find
You can find him on Facebook as
You can
well.
find us both on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and we're both on Untapped. So that's a
and
good spot too.
you let us know. Let us know about that and get it to us somehow. We'll figure out how to do that, and we'll give it a try.
We will do a
Plus-
completely unbiased review. J.M. has sent us some beers, and he might not have been 100%
Jay
happy
McKay,
with what
yes.
we had to say.
Yep.
Yeah, but he let us review them, and we were really pleased with
With
that because-
what we actually did
Yes.
have. And actually,
Appreciate
Jay,
the chance to do
if you're
so.
watching, if you got some more for us to try.
Well, one of these days we're going to hook up with him again at a beer fest because he's
and
got
he is
stuff
up in
that he's been
Bangor.
trying
so-
to get to us, but
Yeah.
we're not in that area at the time. Anyway,
So he does have some other stuff for us.
he brews more regularly than I do, so yes.
Okay. Well, actually, he has 2 beers that he's done too. So.
They were okay.
And really, he would like some other opinions. I mean, the first one they had was actually very good.
I know
The second one was actually, it was good. It was okay, but there was something that
I
came
had
up
some
that
issues
didn't.
with it. Yeah.
Right, and he is going to look into doing something else too. So, and we may actually have another system to actually put into at some point.
Exactly.
Also, which might be something different. Who knows how that's going to work? But
There's a lot going on.
oh yeah,
Anyway, in any case, the email link down there or the comments is a good way to contact us for any of the points we've mentioned before, or any general beer related stuff you want to discuss.
Yep.
Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, folks. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks again, Bouch, for the beers. They were fucking amazing.
Yes.
It's a good pack. Cheers.
Keep drinking.
Had to do it with at least one,
Yeah, there wasn't much on that one.
but still.
And that goes down as nice and smooth. But look at that.
That is just
Look at that
like
glass.
just like the Milk Stout. The fucking
Yep.
bubbles are all over the place. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah.